Hey everyone, this is Risk for Foxfires doing a top 10 tips for Risen 3. This will be the first in a series of videos that I'm going to be making to essentially give you like the quick and dirty, everything that you want to know going into a game. There's going to be minimal spoilers, so you don't have to worry about ruining any story elements. You might say, oh, you're going into an island, so that's about as spoily as it's going to get. So basically, if you're worried about, have you ever gone to a game like, especially RPGs are prone to this, where you go in there, you put like a few talent points in there, then like halfway through the game, you realize that, oh, I messed up and I need to go back, or, you feel bad and you want to restart. Or the opposite, maybe you feel so anxious every time you make a decision that you have to feel like you got to go look it up, and you can't just really take time to enjoy the game. So I chose about 10 things, and it's probably a pretty good number. Any more than that, and you just need to go into an in-depth game or in-depth game review. So hopefully you will enjoy this, and it'll give you everything you need to know, so you can just come in here, get what you need, and then go back and start playing as soon as possible. Alright, so I'm going to give these, and again, this is the first time I've done this, so basically they're not going to be in any particular order, but the last few will hold some importance, like the number 1, number 2, number 3 spots. Alright, so I guess without further ado, I'll go ahead and get in it. So this is Risen 3. I got the gameplay going on here. I heard about it from Angry Joe, and I watched a little bit of his video, and I think he's getting his ass kicked by a bird or something. So I decided to check it out. I have played the Gothic series, so I did know a little bit about the game, or at least the game developers. But my impression so far is that it's a pretty easy game. I'm not sure what his particular problem is, other than he's really good at getting his butt kicked. So most of the mobs are pretty much a joke. So anyway, without further ado, let me just go ahead and start. Number 10, companions. You might see me fight a few things here if I can find anything. Yeah, like the rat and these goblins. The companions tend to be pretty weak. They don't really do much. Most of the time, they're just gonna like get in your way, kind of like the Zelda on the CDI series. You're gonna be trying to like loot stuff, and looting is very important in this game, and they're just gonna get in your way, and you're gonna constantly be talking to them when you don't mean to. If you're hoping for a tank, they will not do that for you at all. The one good thing that they have is that they will offer services, quests, items, and stuff like that. I should also mention that your reputation affects some of your companions that you can get, and that's about all reputation affects, so you don't really have to worry too much about reputation. Be as evil or as good as you like. Next, if you get any quests where you're escorting somebody, you can actually just use any teleport waypoints to get them closer to that area. You don't have to wait for them to follow you and walk all the way. Just click teleport. That's different though, however, than if you are following somebody. Alright, number 8. Falling damage is the most dangerous thing in this game. There have been a few bosses where I ran out of ammo, but most of the damage that I've taken in this game has been from falling damage. Do not underestimate it.
There's 2 short flanks.
Number 7. Save your silver plates and goblets. There's actually an NPC on Kila Island, whatever, the voodoo place, and he will take there's a quest, and he will take your silver plates and goblets. So here he is, Colby, yeah. Also save your quartz and save fish, unless you're short on provisions. Number 6, you only need 1 of each tool, not the kind at the workplace, but like lockpicks, pickaxes, shovels, any kind of that stuff. You only need 1 of each. None of them will break, so first starting the game, you don't have to go find a bunch. Number 5, if you're like Angry Joe and cannot play Swashbuckler Swordman, or if you just don't want to, guns rule. Just get yourself a gun, and a good gun, and I'll tell you about that. And yeah, at the town. It's kind of cheating. You feel like you have the shotgun from Counter-Strike, and everybody just has like claws and stuff. On the other hand, the only thing you really need to stay away from is crossbows. Even with a decent amount of points, they would just miss point-blank range repeatedly. Number 4, you know all those skills like lockpicking, stealing, sweet-talking? Yeah, those are all actually important. The reason being is weapons are important, and how you get those is by having those skills. And you'll have plenty of skills, and I'll explain that later, but it's really easy to invest. I'd recommend lockpicking first. And one thing that you can do to help you out with that as you're leveling is, make sure you keep track of all your jewelry. Don't sell any of your jewelry immediately. You can get like the +10 lockpicking, this, and the ring, and the amulet, and with all that together, it'll give you a nice bonus that allow you to do most of anything that you need to do. For instance, I did get this weapon from, I believe, a chest, and then I upgraded it. Which brings me to number 3. Crafting is indeed worth the monies. Like the gun that I have just blows everything else out of the water. I think it has like 90 damage or something to that effect. I'm not sure if the looting is random, but just keep track of that sort of thing. Also, there are a lot of legendary quest items and stuff all around the game as you progress. Another really important thing about the crafting is the alchemy. So as you and going around, you're going to find a lot of permastat herbs. You definitely need to save those, and those will make permastat potions. And I'll explain that with number 2. Stats have exponentially higher glory cost. So those potions that you make from alchemy, you can just save those till you think you're not going to put any more points in that stat. And that tends to also mean that you can build wide and not tall. It's going to cost you a whole bunch to put a lot of points into one stat. But you can easily get all those flavor abilities and maybe like guns, for instance, and then buy the skills as you go and save towards the end. You'll have like 5, 6 potions to add, so that's 30 extra stat points. That should cover you pretty well.
I don't know anything about voodoo.
And number 1, exploration is rewarded. This game does exploration pretty decently. As you can see, I'm on like this random little outlet peninsula, and even over here they had some items that I found. And I was just randomly exploring. You'll find on every little bitty island, tiny island, up on ledges, all kinds of ingredients, particularly the stat boosting ones. So like up here, we got some sharp eye that'll help you get your persuasion and get used to looking at the different herbs and especially what they look like, so you can identify them from far away. You do get an ability that lets you see, highlight the different herbs as you're traveling around, and that can be useful. That's that astral Q stuff. But mainly you're going to be exploring everything anyway and just spamming your loot button. Another reason why minions don't help you out too much. Not minions, but your companions, yeah. Because, there'll be like a ring on the ground that's going to have plus 20 all stats, and you're going to be looking for that, and you're just going to keep talking to your dude a lot, and that's not going to help you out too much. Also, you're going to be looking for chests like such, and you can get some really good items in these chests. Oh, and a lot of times when you're playing games where you just explore, sometimes you worry about completing a quest or bugging a quest or messing up a quest before you get the quest dude. You don't have to worry about that too much in this game. They do a really good job of letting you just go out there and you'll get quest XP. You occasionally bump into the NPC and get to turn it in at your leisure. So it's really helps you out and not having to stress out about just going out there and exploring the game if that's how you want to play the game. Compared to WoW or something where you get a quest hubs and you have to get all the exclamation marks before you can even start moving away. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully they'll let you get in the game and start having some stress-free, do whatever you want to play. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comments. and I will answer all questions. Also, if you have any suggestions on how I can make my future videos better, feel free to let me know. Alright, take it easy guys.